Good morning, YouTube. I hope you had a wonderful week with your students. In this week's video, we're talking all things tech, all the tech tools, all the gadgets that I simply just can't live without in my classroom. Now, this video is by no means supposed to make you go out and buy all this stuff, but these are just some tools that have made my life so much easier when I'm trying to support my students both in and outside of the classroom. One of the gadgets that I use in my classroom quite a bit is my document camera. I actually have two. I have this one and I have this one. Both of them have some really good features. This one is really compact. When I was on a cart for many years there, I used this one all the time with my students because I was able to just put it on the cart and go. This one is a little bit larger, so obviously that takes up more space, but this one doesn't have a light. So often this can be really difficult to see, especially if you dim the lights whenever you're trying to work something, maybe like a problem or something on the overhead. So I have gravitated more towards this one. This one is also a bit more expensive than this one. I want to say this one's close to like 80 bucks. It really wasn't that expensive. This one was closer to around 250. But I will say that I often use this one because I like to dim the lights in my classroom, and if I open this, you can see that there is a light right here. And so you can actually change how dim this light is as well, so it makes it a little bit easier to see. And I like this a lot because I can use my document camera to work problems when I'm standing at my standing desk. I can work them, right on my desk here if I choose to. But I would say the sole purpose of the document camera is really for me to be working problems in real time with my students. I also have made videos with my document camera. I do like that, especially if I have like an extra handout that I want to record a problem or something that I'm working on. So that's another way that I use it. But I would say more often than not, I'm using my document camera in real time when I'm working stuff out with my kids. A second tech gadget that I can't live without is my VEC tablet. And so this VEC tablet comes with a tablet. It looks like this and a little stylus, and it looks like that. And basically, I would say the difference between the tablet and the document camera is the document camera is better, like especially if you have print copies of things that you're trying to work out with the kids. The tablet is more for like if you don't have a print copy available, like maybe it's digital, for example. So I use this more often than not to like work problems on a Jamboard. When I'm doing online tutoring, like private tutoring online, I will use my VEC tablet. But I would say this is really great if you don't have a printed copy available and you just want to kind of work a problem really fast on a Jamboard or any kind of like whiteboarding software. The only thing that can be a little challenging is getting used to this because if you notice there's no screen. So while you're writing, you literally like have to look up and like look at the screen so that you can see what you're writing is correct. It takes a little getting used to, but it's not that bad. And I want to say this cost around like $80 to $90. Again, not too bad. I use it all the time and it definitely won't break the bank. A third tool that I use in my classroom constantly is Screencast-O-Matic. I do believe they changed the name more recently to ScreenPal, but I'm going to refer to it as Screencast-O-Matic because I've known it for such a long time like that, but I will link it down below. Screencast-O-Matic is the tool that I use to record all of my videos. I use it to edit my videos, and that's one of the reasons why I have it. I really like the ease of use of the editor. I also can take my video and put it right on YouTube for my students to access. So Screencast-O-Matic is my go-to for being able to create pretty professional videos, and it doesn't take a lot of time. And so I really enjoy Screencast-O-Matic, and I want to say it is super cheap. It's like literally $10 for the whole year. So I don't know if they have new programs and plans that have come out, but I know that I spend about $10 a year and it is worth it. Best $10 I have ever spent, and I absolutely love it. Another gadget, which you're probably like, oh yeah, I have that, is a wireless mouse. So this wireless mouse, obviously it's a custom mouse that I got from Etsy, but I absolutely love this mouse. My former student created this background for me, and so I was able to put it on my mouse, but I love this because I can walk around the classroom while I'm kind of talking about something on like the overhead projector. So I'm not like chained to my desk when I am like talking to the students. Instead, I can walk around, I can click. Maybe if I don't have a mouse pad or something available, I can like move my mouse around on a desk. Obviously, you'd want to get something that's a little bit more long range. You can't obviously go like super far away, but I like the fact that this allows me to walk around my classroom and I don't have to stand at my desk every single time I'm talking to students. The last tech tool that I absolutely cannot live without in my classroom is Edpuzzle. Edpuzzle is something that I use frequently with my kids where my students are engaging in video content outside of class. I'm able to embed questions. I'm able to embed notes and video notes. It just really allows me to do so much, and the analytics are wonderful, so I can see what my students are struggling on. Edpuzzle is pretty inexpensive, but if you have friends that maybe have not signed up for Edpuzzle, you can give them a referral link and get some free storage. So I always really appreciated that. So if you are not an Edpuzzle user, I'm going to strongly recommend that you check it out. It just allows you to see exactly where your students are struggling, exactly where, maybe you need to review some stuff in your class the next day. But I absolutely use this for every single video that I assign because I just find the analytics to be so helpful. This video was all about the things that I absolutely cannot live without for my tech needs. And so I hope you were able to get some insight as far as some things that I use. Again, a lot of these things have so many different purposes, but in this video I talk about how I use them, and I find that it works really well for me. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below. As always, I wish you a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I'll be sure to check in with you guys next week.